We started off in El Salvador and we've just came to the end of the most exquisite odyssey, 3-day odyssey in Guatemala. What a place to end. This is the central square in Antigua, the ancient capital of Guatemala, the colonial Spanish capital, which they moved because of volcanic activity. This is the start of Semana Santa, and you can see all around me the people are gathering for this huge religious celebration. We're about to leave from Mexico, but over the last few days, all I can think of is the little villages hugging the side of volcanoes, the beautiful communities overlooking Lake Atitlan with the volcanoes in the distance, and the women there who are some of the most incredible serial entrepreneurs I've ever seen. One woman, Isabella, I'll never forget her, had plucked up the courage to go along to a trust bank meeting, believing that maybe she could expand her business. As the women were discussing the rules of their group, how to go forward, vouching for each other and a strong sense of solidarity, a debate ensued as to who would be the treasurer. To Isabella's absolute amazement, the group voted for her. Despite her protests, she was elected treasurer by her peers. You know, when she came forward to sign for her loan, I was so humbled because she couldn't even sign her name. She'd never gone to school. She simply put her finger in some ink and made her mark with her thumbprint. But I think she was making her mark in a much deeper sense. Despite her lack of schooling, despite the conventions of business, she was respected by her peers as somebody they could trust with their money. She was the person who was going to transform herself and her community through compassionate entrepreneurship and the intelligent application of loans. From there, we met one woman in full traditional dress who you would never have thought of as a serial entrepreneur. But she employed 25 people and had a burgeoning retail and wholesale business. She had the quiet confidence of someone who knew what they had achieved. And as she discussed her plans for the future, all I could think about was that not so long ago, she had signed her name, just like Isabella. This journey that we have been on from Africa to the Middle East, now to Central America, constantly reaffirms the passion that we have for compassionate entrepreneurship, for transforming the lives of the marginalised, the excluded and the downtrodden through business. So we're going to bring those lessons back to the UK. We're going to take those lessons around the world so that people can realise the transformative power of business if you do it with a wild heart.